Hello, everyone. I'm Rodney Reynolds, and this is a little bit of a new setup for me. Not the car behind me. What I'm shooting with here, I'm shooting with a Canon R7 camera, a mirrorless camera. I kind of had an itch again for photography and whatnot. So this was the best overall that I thought on the market. All things considered, it's super resolution all across the board, whether it be video or photos. It got a really good kit lens on it. It's an 18 to 150. So that's great, for vlogging, right? 18, decent f-stop of 3.5. It's an overall just great camera. When I purchase something, I usually research the hell out of it. Now, I'm just shooting this right now while in my vehicle. I'm using the stock mic. I have another mic that I could use, but I just wanted to get an idea what this sounds like. Also, the video is just in an automatic setting. That's it. It's an automatic, high resolution 4K setting. So you're going to see me in all of my ugliness, all of the gray, all of the wrinkles, all of everything else that a 56-year-old man looks like. But whatever, it doesn't matter. So I figured I would just give this a quick kind of go and see what it was like. I was out today shooting some pictures and whatnot. I mean, it has a ton of features and a lot of professional photographers all across the board, whether you're, doing, studio shots, weddings, to wildlife photography. They attach some crazy lenses onto this camera. So I'm really, really looking forward to producing some more content with this camera, and we will see. I did purchase a Sony ZV camera, and I brought that back. It was I think it was the 1F. It was okay. I mean, it was a good camera, right? But it's not going to be able to do, what this one can do. This one's more expensive, of course, but, why spend money on something that you're not going to use when you can have one and, go from there. The last camera that I had was actually a Panasonic FZ300. That was a great camera. I did actually a review on that. I'll link you up somewhere above. That's still a great camera, actually. You could still do reviews and take photos and have a lot of fun with that. Actually, it's a good starter camera. However, with other cameras out there now, the price of the FZ300 probably wouldn't be really worth it unless you can get it used or something. But yeah, this is the new kind of thing. Maybe I'm going to be using this camera, maybe not. I know the phone is still a heck of a lot more convenient than this. So the 18 to 150 lens, right now it's 18. Right, and it has an f-stop of probably, the lowest on this one is f-stop of 3.5. It goes upwards from there, but it's nice to have a low f-stop because you can kind of have the background blurred automatically, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So we will see. I will kind of feel it out. When you're walking around talking to a camera that's big, and I don't have any. I have an accessory, the mic. I have a mic which I'm using actually on my desktop right now. It's a Rode Video Mic Go 2, and that's a very versatile mic because it has a headphone jack. It also has a way to connect it to your camera. It has a mount on top, and you can connect it to your computer via USB plug, USB-C. So that's a very versatile mic, and that's something that I could use with this. The other option is I could run the audio on this through AI software, and it will clean it all up. So I mean, if you're thinking about getting the R7, I've done a hell of a lot of research on this camera, and I think overall, all things considered, it's a hands down probably one of the very best cameras that are out there. Now, the R8 is coming very soon at the end of this month, so you might want to consider that one. That one is, a little bit lacking. It's a little bit different kind of idea than the R7, but I think the R7 overall is probably more capable than the R8. It kind of depends on maybe if you have a whole bunch of, prime lenses and all the rest of it, maybe you would want to go for the R8, but you'd probably go for the R6 or something better than that anyway if you're considering that. But this one has a lot of features like dual memory slots. Runtime is great. It doesn't overheat. It's great for vlogging. You can do everything that you can imagine on this camera, and I just don't really have time to go into everything here about the camera. But, I just wanted to say that this is probably going to be my new kind of vlogging setup, maybe even do a mount for the vehicle and whatnot. But I think the stabilization overall, there is a body stabilization in this camera, which the R8 does not have, and there is lens stabilization because of the kit lens actually comes with that. And I have both of these on. Some people say turn them off, but for what I'm doing, for the most part, I'm not doing anything hardcore and serious. I will probably be shooting most of these videos, especially when I'm out and about, in an automatic mode, just to make it really easy. And that's the thing with phones, right? Phones make it really easy. It just point and shoot and record, and that's it. I will still be using my phone, no doubt about it. I won't be dragging this around everywhere I go, right? But anyway, this is a very long, drawn out, it's over 5 minutes here, it would seem, video about the R7. And I might do a review on this, I might not. I probably won't, but we will see how I feel about that. But it is an excellent camera. I'm thinking about getting a few other things for it. I'm thinking about getting a cage for it. I already got a mic, which I can use in both situations. I might get a stock mic that mounts on the top here, a Canon one maybe, that goes into that smart hot shoe on top. So that's a fantastic option because it powers it and does everything. You just connect it into the top and you're finished, you're done. But I don't want to overcomplicate anything really with this. But who knows, when you start getting into this stuff, it's sometimes it's very addictive, and you kind of get sucked in and you start purchasing things for the camera. But it's a great hobby. If you haven't tried photography, I've been doing photography for a number of years, and mostly I shoot in manual. And it does take you a long time, and it's very frustrating, but there's only a few things you need to know, how the ISO works, how the aperture works, how, some other things about the white balance and whatnot works. And once you figure all this out and how it kind of goes together, and when you should be using, like, for example, a high shutter speed, a low shutter speed, and, a high ISO, a low ISO, and all the rest of it, when you start to really, understand how all this works, then it's fabulous. Because now, some pictures, some photos you take of whatever, birds flying, for example, you got to be a pro to be able to use fully manual to capture something like that. Because, usually an automatic mode is better for that kind of stuff, in my opinion, for me anyway, because I'm just not, you need to compose the right lenses, you need to be in the right spot. You need to wait for the bird. You need to watch the birds. You need to predict what they're doing. So that's a great hobby. It's a fantastic hobby for sure. But yeah, so this is the Canon R7. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might have more of this stuff, maybe even just about this particular camera and my opinion on it and what I think of it. But I never saw a lot of videos here on the internet about someone just shooting completely automatic in a video mode, using this camera. There's all this fancy stuff going on with lights and manual modes and, all kinds of C-log footage with, filters and color grading and all the rest of it. A lot of us don't want to spend time or have time or want to devote time to all that stuff. We just want to get out there, shoot some video, shoot some pictures, and get it over with, so to speak, and enjoy, hiking, for example, instead of just making it all about the photography, which is good too, whatever you're into, right? But so that's that. This will be my video log on the Canon R7. We'll see how it goes. Who knows? I'm really loving the camera. I was thinking about bringing it back and getting the R8, but the R8 is not for me. It's not for me. The smaller battery, that doesn't have dual memory cards, and I think that one might overheat if you're using it for like streaming an hour or two or whatnot. So I don't know. Canon is pretty good at updating firmware on the body and the lenses and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. And by the way, thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing, hitting the notification bell. And all the rest of it. If you are on TikTok, go ahead and follow, like, share. Also consider purchasing, and unfortunately, the motherboard tray is not a removable t-shirt. And I will be sure to see you in the next one. And remember, every Saturday morning, late mornings, I'm doing shows now, so you can join me there as well. So see you guys later. Ciao.